Hi, it's Rosie again from RoseByNameCo with another journal called Wolfology. I did go again with the Gothic theme. I love the dark things, so it is dressed in black and gold. Gold that kind of reminded me of the wolf, like the little charm that you see of the howling wolf there. It does have lots of ruffles on top, which I love, and anything fabric and ribbon and lace that I could get my hands on is probably on here. And it is tied with coffee dyed fabric, and the spine is a 2.5-inch spine with 3 thick signature. It does have the skull on it again, and lots of beads and charms to go with the cover. The back is again lovely black with the gold fabric that was very good to actually work with. And it is Wolfology. It is about wolves, which is kind of like my namesake because my last name starts with wolf in Croatia, if you know where that would be. So let's open this and see what's inside. I do love it that it is easily bouncing back and forth. So lots of pages to go through. There's over 70 pages, so lots of inserts and tags and notebooks to go through. So the first one is right here off the bat, a little notebook with image of a wolf on it. Most of the ephemera is authentic, original ephemera. This is a story, also a little bit about Martin Smith, who is a wolf tracker, and he is very interested in a wolf pack he found called Enigma that he thought has very special strength and powers. So there's also little bits of facts and as well notes from Martin from his own journal. He has included lots of photos that he has taken, and as you can tell, I like collaging. So there's a lot of collaging, and there is some painting, and the woods are quite lovely there. And it is called Beast Woods, and set in Montana in 1932. So there are lots of stamping as well on different pages, on tags and journal cards. I like journal cards that open up, that give you lots more space to write on. So this is a lovely image from a bird book of the woods. And here's probably Thor. He is the alpha male. Beautiful stamping in the back. He is on a piece of fabric that I found, and he looks quite lovely in that picture. Right there is the beginning of the story, how Martin sees the wolves in the forest. This photo is taken by me. Anything that you see that says RCV, and each middle is my photo of the woods where I've added the wolves, because normally there aren't any wolves that I've seen. And as we go along, there's lots of little charms included as well. This one is with this little notebook. Lots of pockets, stampings, and some images, very vintage from older books, and some printed from the Graphics Fairy, but mostly original ephemera. So this envelope contains some photos of the Stouffer family. They're a prominent family in Beast Woods Village. The great-grandpa and the mother there with the red, and the father. They had 7 sons, and the youngest is William Stouffer. And because Martin Smith is a teacher, he knows the youngster quite well, and he's got quite extraordinary intelligence and strength. So could the Stouffers be related to the pack? Well, maybe. Now, of course, where there's wolves, there is some blood, so I'm shaking my hand because, well, I don't know, hopefully you're not squeamish to blood, but there is some red paint. It's not blood, it's lots of red paint. Red is probably my signature, and so lots of tabs and fabric and so on with red on it. Practically, I would say every page if I could. I did include this lovely image of a bat because of course he is in a forest. Lots of little tags and different pages that you can open up and flip open. This is woods in Croatia where actually wolves do roam, where my husband comes from, and they are well known. So this is part of our heritage in a way. This maybe, I just like this image, maybe the town library that Martin frequents to do more of his research. And just more notes from his journal. As well, yes, like I said, I like collaging, so lots of layering going on here in this journal. Little notebooks where you can write your secret messages. This beautiful image is from an older book of cubs, beautiful cubs, wolf cubs, and another one of beastwoods photographed by me. I am quite intrigued by woods because they just hold so much mystery, so many different things that you can find in there. And another note here, I suppose this could be Martin's journal itself, but you have lots of space to write in your own notes. More red. If you're squeamish, perhaps this is not for you. However, I should mention the journal is sold already. Thank you very much. So the person who bought it, obviously not too squeamish to have this journal in her collection because she loves wolves. And she and her husband love wolves, so that she will keep this journal. And more deep, dark depths of the woods where wolves might roam and hide and live their lives. More little charms, the skulls I always find intriguing as well, so there they are, there's a few of them. Footprints, skeletons, more of the writing about the timber wolf, and another image from Beast Woods, and a couple more photographs of wolves. These are vintage images of wolves, probably from 1800s or so, and that one was also my image. Silver, we must have silver, I suppose. There's lots of cheesecloth, different kinds of fabric, and yeah, there are these people again with those funny hats. They're always suspicious to me what they're up to. I know they seem to be at a church again. Let's just leave it at that. There's a little bit older William Stouffer as he's growing up. So I'll find out what he has to do with all this, but well, he's a good talk spot anyhow. And it is a little envelope with some small research material that Martin keeps, like the map where he should go in Montana in the woods. It shows a little bit, as far as where the woods are, and just what he normally does on a regular basis, which is just a lot of wolf research. He's just obsessed with it for some reason. So here we have another notebook and a second notebook here in the same section. This one is got a muslin around it, wrapped around a little bit, and that safety pin, vintage safety pin, and just some more writing paper inside. And again, this is like another booklet, which I like the booklets just because, well, they open and fold and they're just fun. Here is a vintage article. I did coffee diet some more and used to stress things about wolves. And another little fold out for writing. and lovely bird on the back. Well, she's actually quite ferocious looking, but so maybe that's why, because she's probably prowling the beast woods, so she's in this journal as well. So here's a triple tag which I put together as one. It has well, some cheesecloth in the back and some place for writing, and maybe with your gel pen and so on. It has little beads on the bottom with red, of course. And just as you turn the page, you have more woods. The trees and the branches, sometimes in black and white, is just outstanding. And I love photography in general, so that was my image as well. Another little booklet with the map on it and an image of a wolf. I found this a beautiful ribbon, sparkly. As you turn it, it becomes silver and so on. The dollar store, I had to pick it up, and it belonged in here. Here's another folder, Wolfology, with some tags in it for you to write on, and lots of detail on each tag. I love this one with possibly red. Something has happened there on that hill. Unfortunately, when it comes to wolves, things do happen. And inside the bigger pocket is just some original ephemera. It does show 1932, which is the year that the story of the journal is set in, and just some names, and still in the back, everything is backed with coffee dyed paper for you to write on, or at least most things are. This one I accidentally ripped this paper, and I just sewed it back up, and I thought it was perfect. Here's another booklet with Thor on it, and just some texture on there, and coffee staining for you to write on. We're in the middle, I believe, of the third signature, and that again is Beast Woods with the pack enigma, going in to get a drink of water or to find a meal. Unfortunately, it does have to happen. And now the villagers of Beast Woods, they're quite upset that the pack is coming out after their livestock, and livestock is disappearing. They are planning to have some kind of a response to that, and will avenge their missing livestock, and will try to do away with Enigma. But Martin has vowed to stop it. The journal card here has a nice spider on it. Also, some of my cards that I used, actually very old cards that I have, I made a copy of. And more story of the Beast Woods. Red ruffled ribbon, and just different types of and sizes of pages as well for you to go through and write your own thoughts, perhaps about the wolves or whatever else it is that you feel like. Lots of faces. Faces intrigue me. These are some young faces from the past. And in the end, we have just some more material that Martin might be using, photos that he's taken of the woods and wolves, and again a map and a footprint where he might go to find the wolves. And there's one additional envelope that says the key on it. It is quite important. And the envelope has been handed down to him. He does have a key and a picture of Beast Woods. So the key is attached to a tag that says the key to the safe. So the safe, there is the longitude and latitude in Beast Woods where the safe is buried. Now I'm thinking, I suppose, I mean, I didn't really plan it this way, but there has to be Wolfology too, so that we can find out where's the safe and what is in the safe, more importantly. So this is the journal. that is leaving my nest again. And I had a lot of fun making it, and hopefully, I don't know if I can repeat it, but I will try to do Wolfology too and see how that goes. So lots of detail in this book. I hope you like looking at it. I just forgot to say, I'm sorry, that it's a 6x6 still, but a hardcover book. Thank you very much for watching. Again, Rosie from RoseByNameCo. Thank you. Bye-bye.